Hey YouTube, what's up? Mike the Manic Geek here. Now today I'm going to be taking a look at this little guy. This is VisionTek's USB 3.0 Pocket SSD. This particular model comes in at 128 gigs. So today we're going to be taking a look at what makes this thing tick, what makes it special, and discuss whether or not this is maybe worth the investment for you guys. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and get this out of the way now. VisionTek, please consider finding a way to attach this cover for the USB plug to the body of the drive itself. Most people are going to wind up losing this damn thing. I know I've almost lost it a couple of times just in the brief time that I've had this drive. That out of the way, however, at least they do supply you with some kind of protective cap for this, and provided that you're, not completely oblivious, this is a pretty sizable cap. The body for this drive is pretty strong. It's all aluminum construction with this sort of arrow-type fin array on the outside, and as we'll see in a little bit, it turns out that's actually part of a heat spreader assembly that makes up the entire body here. And then we've got a basic activity light on the outside just to let you know that the drive is still functioning, and you do have a metal hoop built into the end to allow you to attach this to a lanyard or a key ring or something like that to make it a bit less likely that you'll lose this device. Really, apart from that though, there's really not a whole lot to write home about externally. Now the inside of this thing was pretty cool. I did go ahead and take it apart so I could show you guys what it looks like in there. Spoilers, don't do this yourself. It's not that it's difficult, but you really shouldn't be disassembling this anyway. This will likely invalidate any warranty that you have on the product. Not that there's any way to outwardly check that I can see, but I would still not recommend doing this yourself. Unless the goal is, of course, to customize the heatsink assembly on the outside. But when you get inside here, you see that there are two separate boards. There's the main board that has your NAND flash chips on it with the memory controller there, and then you have a daughter board that controls your USB interface. It's kind of like the middleman between your computer and the solid-state drive that's actually on this. The NAND flash chips are unbranded. Not able to verify externally, just looking at them, what the brand is. Was also not able to visually identify what the controllers are that are used for both the main board and the daughter board on this. Mostly because there's like a thermal interface pad/goop that's on all of the critical components on this, and those pads or goop do touch the outside of this assembly. Yeah, it's a kind of a clever design. So you have a sort of inbuilt heat spreader for everything on this that does touch all of your critical components. So I like that. Not that solid-state drives get hot anyway, but you know. All right, so let's talk performance with this drive. I did go ahead and pit this against not only my Kingston solid-state drive that I've got in piece back here, but I also pitted it against my old school ADATA HD 650. This is a 500 gig USB 3 platter drive solution. Now this is admittedly not an apples to apples comparison here, but it's more of a sanity check just to see where a device like this has come from, and moreover where it still has yet to go. Now, write speeds on this drive actually wound up being a little bit higher than the advertised 150 megabytes per second, which was kind of surprising in my book. Where it faltered a little bit is the read speeds. They're not quite what was advertised, but to be fair here, your individual mileage will vary with this drive based on the platform that you have. I am using an older AMD platform to do all of my testing. There's also the added level of abstraction of an additional USB controller on this to allow the solid-state drive to interface with a USB 3 port. And that's mostly for the sake of keeping this in a small form factor. Otherwise, you'd be dealing with something like this again, where you've got your 2.5-inch platter or however big it is, and then you have this big dangly, unsanely cable. And it's nothing against that drive. It's it's the way that technology had to be implemented, and frankly, this is a significantly more elegant step in the right direction as mobile storage goes. But yeah, even though the read speeds weren't quite what was advertised, still an extremely strong performer, and I'm frankly pretty pleased with it. Okay, so let's talk price on this thing. At the time of filming, this is retailing for about $90 on the VisionTek website. However, it is presently sold out. Sign up for notifications if you want to hear more about this drive when they get it back in stock. At $90, it is a bit more expensive than an internal solution. However, you also have to consider that this drive is external. You just plug it into a USB 3 port, pull it out when you're done. And that's it. I mean, it's a very elegant SSD solution here, and it's, in my opinion, I think it's very competitively priced. Honestly, you might even be able to find this a little cheaper if you went through some of the other shopping outlets out there like Newegg, Amazon, et cetera, et cetera. But given the level of performance that we have here, the durability of the product, I have a hard time not giving this a nod as a recommendation for anyone that needs reliable, fast, mobile storage that you can take from one device to another without having to take any more effort than just plugging it into a USB 3 port. Anyway, guys, that's going to wrap it up on my look at the VisionTek USB 3.0 Pocket SSD. I actually want to give a huge shout out and thank you to VisionTek for supplying this product for the review video that I made today. Let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments down below. Not only the video, but mostly the product itself. Have any of you guys had any experiences with these drives yet? Also, what tasks do you guys use this for? I actually wound up using this as a scratch disk during some of my testing with it, and found that it was actually pretty reliably usable for that. Obviously, you'd want a bigger capacity to use as a dedicated scratch disk, but let me know what you guys would use this for. Also, go ahead and remember to do that thumbs up, thumbs down, share, and subscribe thing like you guys do, how you do, and as always, I will catch you in the next video. Take it easy, YouTube. Lord, I was born a rambling man, yeah. Trying to make videos and running my mouth like I can. Ah, jeez. What the fuck is wrong with you, Michael?